So today's motion is this house would arrange students in classroom based on their intelligence and academic performance rather than on their age. First, ladies and gentlemen, arrange here means put student in a required order, or an intelligence here is the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skill from students, and low teachers today face class filled with students from a multitude of backgrounds as well as students with profoundly different learning styles and levels of academic preparations and readiness. And one common, if aging, model policies 4 or 5 learning styles, classifying students, for example, as experiential, kinesthetic, visual, and something like that in their primarily learning mode. And classroom organization here is focuses on the physical environment, and this is effective teachers organize a safe classroom environment. So I want to explain you my opinion from the perspective of the teacher and student. First, from students' perspective, in my opinion, I think this can affect the mental of students, and then it will find it easier to them to socialize and make friends if we arrange students in classroom based on their intelligence and academic performance, and then based on teachers' perspective, if we arrange students in classroom based on their intelligence and academic performance, it makes it easier for teachers to organize their students, and it makes it easier for teachers to find ways of teaching more effectively and quickly. And right now, I will tell you one by one about my opinion, and I want to emphasize you guys that I agree with these motions because in student first, because it affects the mental of students, especially those who have difficulty finding the right way of learning. And those who find it difficult to understand the lessons will have difficulty learning because it's hard to catch up. And if it's not divided according to their ability to receive lessons, if it is possible for those who have difficulty receiving lessons to feel inferior or less than those who are faster in receiving lessons, and perhaps those who are experienced this will become insecure, discouraged, and maybe quickly give up. Insecure here means that not confident, uncertain, and anxious. And then if in one class those who have if students who have difficulty understanding the lessons are combined with students who are quick to understand the lessons, they will feel less confident in themselves and even depressed because they have to catch up with students who they think are smart or quick to understand the lessons of teachers. And then the second one is I think it will find it easier to them to socialize and make friends because they think alike. Those who are gathered in one class based on intelligence or academic will find it easier to socialize and make friends because I think they are in a class that has learning style almost similar to them, and so they can exchange opinion and teach each other and share knowledge. If in one class, those who have similar learning abilities can share knowledge by exchanging opinion and something like that. For example, student A is good at math and student B is good at science. They can teach each other because they have similar mindsets and ways of learning, so they can exchange their knowledge for each other. And then, based on the teacher's perspective, it will make it easier for teachers to organize their students. Why? Because to find students who have the potential to take part in competition to represent the school if they are in student classroom based on their intelligence and academic performance, it easier for teachers to organize to find who have the potential to take part in competition to represent the school. For example, if there are science competitions and at that class is the students that good at science, so the teacher just chooses students that good at science on that class who has the potential to take part in the competitions. And then it and then based on the teacher's perspective again, it makes it easier for teachers to find ways of teaching more effective and quickly. For example, student A is difficult to understand and B is easier to understand. So teacher will find it difficult to teach these two students at once because if one of them has difficulty understanding, the teacher must choose to continue teaching or wait for student A to understand the lessons. And if the teacher chooses to explain to student A, it will be difficult for student B to progress because he or she has already understood the lessons and he or she will tend to feel bored when the teacher teaches things that he or she has understood. And this is the importance to arrange students based on their intelligence and academic performance rather than on their age. So right now I want to emphasize you, ladies and gentlemen, why I'm agree with these motions, because I think age does not affect the intelligence of students. Even though they are older, it does not ensure that the intelligence is more than younger than them. Then why I agree with these motions, because if we arrange students in classroom based on their age, it can affect the mental of students, especially who have difficulty finding the right way of learning, that may be difficult to understand the teacher explanations, and it can affect the mental of student that I said they will not confident, uncertain, and anxious, or maybe discouraged and maybe quickly give up. And then if we arrange students based on their intelligence and academic performance, they will find it easier to socialize and make friends because they have a same thought, or maybe they have same ways of learning. They think alike. And based on the teacher's perspective, if we arrange students in classroom based on their intelligence and academic performance, it make it easier for teachers to organize their students and make it easier for teachers to find ways of teaching more effectively and quickly. So that's why I'm agree with this motion. So that's all for me. Thank you.